Kopanang upgraded my life.
I've got something to keep me going.
I like to work here because I learn a lot, to learn and reach out to other people.
Kopanang really opened a lot of doors for us. We're going places where we didn't even dream of such places here in South Africa.
I can stand, I can talk, I can do everything because of their support. They keep on giving me that strength.
Oh, ngagula ngalokho ngapholi ngilonda namanje le londa ziyangihlupha vele azipheli vele zona konke umzimba masemakhwapheli tot le londa zibhokile azifuna ukuphola ngiya ekliniki ngicela bathi cona utest ngatest bangitshela ukuthi nge-HIV ngahlala vele ngingasi-right ngasabotshela umama muze washona vele ngamtshela ngitshela bomake ke ngathi make bekliniki bathi nginje kunzima thothi macela ngilambile ngiyazi ngilambile andanginamandla kosi ngiyomlanda umntwana ngekho umuntu ozongilandela yena thothi ngilambile ngiye ngiyomlanda ngibuye fike la endlini kosi ngiwasha amanapukeni anginamandla ngilambile ngekho umuntu ongincedayo hey lesifo sona hey ngasicela uma ucabanga uno status fa inhliziyo lakho ungashona vele futhi ubheke nabo abantwana
South Africa, a nation on the mend. Here, HIV is the leading cause of death. 1 in 5 adults are HIV positive, along with 200,000 children under the age of 15. 3 times that many are orphaned as a result of the virus.
Thursday and Friday they'll be preparing the grounds for new graves. And they have a digger that will dig the holes, and there'll be a whole row of new graves waiting for Saturday's funerals. Funerals have given way to weddings now. These are all children. They will feel shame that they haven't been able to provide a tombstone for the child, or they will go into debt for the next 20 years in order to provide a tombstone. It's like the child was born and died on the same day.
We have one young 16-year-old woman who was told about Sitani Nzingane, and she came to our counselling centre, and it took her half an hour of tears before she could say to the counsellor that she didn't know how to help her mother. Her mother was dying. And so a group of volunteers from Sitani Nzingane went off to the mother, and they found the mother in a shack, a lean-to at the back of a garden, and this mother was prone on the mud floor with maggots eating into open wounds on her hips. And Sister Lauda, for every day of her life, her last 3 weeks of life, just cared for her. It's just, you know, if we could have brought that mother to a place that was clean and beautiful. Sister Lauda made her last days beautiful, but they could have been easier and less painful. And too often our children are burying their parents, and I don't think anybody knows the horror in impoverished circumstances of a child having to care for a dying mother.
Our policy is one which is called by an Afrikaans word apartheid. And I'm afraid that has been misunderstood so often. It could just as easily, and perhaps much better, be described as a policy of good neighborliness.
The apartheid segregation laws had ended in the early 1990s, but some of the resulting racial and cultural attitudes still resonate with the population.
You have to run for your life. And they knock like, I don't like what on your, it seems like your dog, just open, open. If you take too long to open, it means you've got somebody unlawful in your house, and they just bang on the doors. There was non-whites and whites. And even if you are allowed to go into that one toilet, you have to stand in queues to go to the toilet. Whereas sometimes you see one white there in the toilet, you weren't allowed to go in. No, they'll beat you. It's one non-white and it's white. Even in the supermarkets, you can stand in a queue, they'll serve all the European people and then come to you people. And if there's come another one, they'll leave you again and serve all the European people and come to you again. They didn't care. But otherwise, we survived.
Approximately 1/4 of the nation is unemployed and lives on less than $2 per day. As a result, crime and even violence are a part of everyday life.
I was asleep. I've got a call from my sister. The friends were at my mother's house. They were telling my sister that my son was shot. Then I rushed to the hospital. Then he was already gone. My mother was sick. Then he passed away. And my father took only 1 month. Then he passed away also. I started to blame. Yeah, I blamed somebody for what happened to my father. Even now, I still blame. If you're poor, you can't get cured. Because the doctors is only money. But the other thing, you can take somebody to the clinic and you must go early in the morning because all the people are running there. Sometimes you can go and stay there for the whole day. Then you come back, they didn't do anything to you. Then if you haven't got money, there's nothing you can do.
There was this morning, I had a call. Then one of my neighbors talked to me and said to me, you know, your mother's not doing very well. She explained to me that my mother went to the hospital. I asked what is wrong. Then she told me that she's very ill. When I arrived there, honestly, I didn't recognize my mother. My mother was like laying on the bed, and she was talking to me like there's nothing wrong. I think it is because she didn't want me to worry that much. So she told me that, you know what, you shouldn't cry, just be strong and I'll be better. Then at that time, that person where my mother worked, he passed away. Then by that time my mother had already passed on. And then there was this friend of mine at school, he also passed away. Then the other girl, I went like, people are just passing away from me. I was in my mother's bedroom and my sisters were on my neighbors watching television. So then I asked God, you know what, because it's like my life is so useless, I don't know why. I made a mixture of pills and everything and I drank them.
We thought, if we take these sick people out of their places and take them here just for a while so that they must keep their spirit alive.
Welcome at South Africa and welcome at Kopanang. We'll sing and get inside with you. It's our welcome. Avulekile masango,
In 2001, the Kopanang Project was founded by a group of Dominican nuns from the United Kingdom. Today, Kopanang employs over 50 women from the nearby townships. They produce embroideries, beaded jewelry, handcrafted bags, and wall hangings. In addition to receiving income, they find solace from the burdens of everyday life and form meaningful bonds with their sisters. Sitandi Zingani means, we love the children. The adjacent Sitandi Zingani project has a drop-in care center for children under 6, as well as after-school programs for orphans and at-risk youth. They grow organic vegetables on site in the food garden. And they continue to build.
We really started with most sick women, which we were trying to take them away from their pains to come and be healed here.
We like a family. We like to sing and pray. If you got a problem, we pray for it. We console people, go to the sick where we know they are sick. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came because we've learned a lot. Now I know patterns, I know places, I know people, I know things because we're getting a lot of workshops, learning about HIV and AIDS, how to be to people, how to work with it, all those things we learn from them. Yeah. Kopanang is good. I love being here.
For me, it was a hard thing to do, but because I wanted to do something than staying at home. Then I started embroidering. They gave me a pot holder. When I was finishing that pot holder, I didn't believe it was me. And then I've got my first pay. The pot holder, it was 35 rand. Then I've got 26 rand 50. I was happy for that money because I done something. I earned it. Then I started doing a cushion cover. Wow. I was doing a stunning job. At Kopanang, we were sharing everything. Our sorrow, even our happiness. And then, I don't know, how can I explain Kopanang? At Kopanang, to me, it's my family.
I got the counseling from this place. Yeah, I can say I was really helped. I really received help. Because when I remember back, everything everything was really hard for me. But I think it was a lifetime experience, and I'm also proud again because I am as strong as I am because of those things.
Even in the signs of death, there are symbols of hope. And I think that's what AIDS is teaching us, what it means to truly care for one another and what truly matters. You know, even with all the materialism that abounds as part of the nation's direction, what really matters are people and relationships.
The Sitandi Zingani project also delivers food to nearly 400 orphans throughout the nearby townships 4 times a week.
sing.